I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Granick of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN.
This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Washington Sports Digital Network.
It's a beautiful night here in Arkadelphia for a pink out. Welcome back to the Washita Sports Digital Network. I'm Isaac Bourne here, joined by Cameron Boyd as my color commentator. And Cameron, Washita, their volleyball team wearing pink tonight. You see this with a lot of women's sports to support breast cancer awareness. It is October after all. But here, the Washita Tigers hosting the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm here for a Great American Conference matchup. Cameron, going into this matchup, Washita is 9-0 in conference play right now, unblemished in the Great American Conference, going against the Southern Nazarene team. That's seen better days, but just talk about what this has meant for this Washita team this season.
I mean, I think it's been such an encouragement to them, just their comeback from last season. But also, I think it puts a lot of pressure on this game because having that undefeated record, you want to hold on to that. And so there's just a lot of probably adrenaline going into this game here.
And this is part of a two-game stretch that these two teams are going to be playing in 2 days. Southern Nazarene will have the Isaac copyrighted term Arkadelphia double as they take on Henderson State tomorrow night before heading home to Bethany. Meanwhile, Washita, they'll host the team that's playing across the street tonight. Oklahoma Baptist playing against the Reddies at the Duke Wells Center, but they'll play Oklahoma Baptist tomorrow night. And so they've got this Southern Nazarene game to maybe get themselves a little warmed up. Southern Nazarene 3-6 in Great American Conference. Obviously, though, you don't want to treat this game as a trap game, especially against a player as good as Kate Wright.
Right. I think just the biggest thing they need to remember is to not be complacent. That's a big thing. Even if you feel like you have the advantage over a team, never go into the game with that mindset.
And now going into a player such as Wright on this Crimson Storm team, Kate Wright coming into this game, the 2024 Great American Conference Newcomer of the Year. She was Freshman of the Year as well, and also a conference honorable mention at the end of the year. She was also the Week 1 and coming off a Week 7 Offensive Player of the Week award, second in the conference in kills per set and second in points per set. What can you say about this outside hitter out of Oak Point, Texas?
I mean, obviously, she's a really big powerhouse for the team, probably their biggest threat, I would say. So she's definitely one for the Tigers to look out for. But, I mean, I think they have the talent to, fight against that. It's just a matter of watching out for what she can bring.
And Cameron, they definitely do. The person you're seeing setting up her teammates on your screen right now, Courtney Hansen, the native of Arlington, Texas, coming off another GAC Player of the Week as the GAC Setter of the Week. The past 2 weeks have gone to her after our outcries on Roar Rundown. She finally gets honored by the Great American Conference. But Courtney Hansen coming off some pretty good accolades, I would say. All GAC first team last year and the Great American Conference Tournament MVP. I mean, what can you not say about Courtney Hansen? I feel like we talk about her before every game.
Yeah, and I mean, getting Set of the Week, that's also her 11th time getting that in her career, which is an awesome accomplishment. And I do feel like we talk about her a lot, and I hate to focus too much on one player, but she's generally one of my favorites. I mean, she's such a triple threat player, and she's so much fun to watch.
And now looking at the Great American Conference standings, Washita, like we mentioned, 9-0 in first place. Meanwhile, Southern Nazarene all the way down at 9th, tied with Southern Arkansas at 3-6. But the Crimson Storm come off a big win in 5 sets at home against Southern Arkansas. And looking at this Southern Nazarene team, it might not always be the issue for them of winning games. It's just winning games on the road. Right now, their home record on the year is 5-1, but their away record 0-8.
And that definitely is something to consider. I mean, playing an away game is a lot harder, especially when the home team has a big crowd there to support them. So they're just going to have to be able to block out that noise and focus here.
Well, there is plenty of noise here in the Sturgis Physical Education Center tonight. To our right is the volleyball team of Camden Harmony Grove coming to support these girls in pink tonight. And just another addition to what's going to be an all-pink crowd. The first 75 fans tonight are going to be getting pink shirts to support breast cancer awareness. And that's one of my favorite things that women's sports has done in this Great American Conference.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a fun tradition, but it's also very meaningful and brings a lot of just spirit to the team, I feel like.
Now looking at Ouachita too, they come off a trip to Oklahoma in which they won 3-0 in Durant against Southeastern Oklahoma State, and before that winning 3-0 against East Central and Ada, Oklahoma. Things just seem to be clicking on all cylinders for them. And so you mentioned about this complacency that a team might have, but also just talk about what it's like to be on a high like this and like how hard it is to get off of it sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, not only are they undefeated, but they've had such good games this past weekend. So I know their adrenaline's high. They're feeling probably like they're on top of the world. They're unstoppable. And that's a great feeling. And I mean, they're definitely going to carry that into this game as long as they keep that up throughout the game. I think it'll work well for them.
And Ouachita's schedule, is definitely worked in their favor tonight because, this definitely worked in their favor this year as the Tigers haven't gotten either of the teams with winning records from Oklahoma on the road. They've both faced Southwestern Oklahoma State and Oklahoma Baptist. They'll both be seeing them at home this year, but either way, you go on the road and they're 4-0 in Oklahoma this year. That's something that's really big for them.
Yeah, I mean, they've just made accomplishment after accomplishment this year, and I mean, I'm proud of them myself.
Now, before we go, we've got a couple more. We've got about a minute and a half before they start with the starting lineups and everything, Cameron. So we'll talk bottom line for both teams. Southern Nazarene coming into this one, the heavy underdogs. If you are the Crimson Storm, what do you have to do? What do you have to shut down from Ouachita going into this one?
I think it's going to be a lot about aggressiveness. I mean, Ouachita has very good front row players, very aggressive players. So if the Crimson Storm can send over balls that are hard for Ouachita to work with, then it takes out their main offense.
Exactly. And then now looking at Ouachita, obviously they are the heavy favorites, but if you're a team like the Tigers, how do you get around a player like Kate Wright?
I mean, at first it might be a little difficult, just figuring out how she plays and learning to adjust to that. But once they kind of see her methods and everything, they're just going to have to maybe make adjustments to their defense, their front row blocking, stuff like that.
The Tigers looking to do that tonight, hoping to hit double-digit wins for the first time. Hoping to hit double-digit wins as the first team in the conference this year to do so. Still 9-0. We'll see if they can maintain this undefeated record. Just about 30 seconds, Cameron. Final thoughts.
I'm really excited. I think it's going to be a good game, and I'm ready to see the energy they bring from.
And welcome back here to the Sturgis Physical Education Center. Thank you for bearing with us through those technical issues. But during the break, you didn't really miss much, just missed the pregame prayer and one score. But here we are, Ouachita takes the early lead. And Courtney Hansen set to send it over. They give it up to Byers that time. And right there, Brazil goes down for it, but can't scoop it up just enough. Substitutions now for the Crimson Storm coming in for Byers. Number 17, Avery Ramos. She'll send it over. It's Snake Eyes on the board. Bedford gets it off the top of the block. Hansen now back to Adams. And nice dig that time by Malden. And Hansen trying to trick the defense and get it over the net, but just a little bit of a handling error that time and can't get it over.
And that's not something you see very often with her. That's one of her more common moves.
In fact, Ouachita in single digits on the handling errors this year as that one's barely going to get over, but what a dig by Bedford. Tigers stay alive And now sending it over that time is Hannah Morgan. And that one's going to be a side out for the Crimson Storm. They lead now 3-1.
I think you can kind of tell the Crimson Storm came in with a lot of energy, and it's proving to be a challenge for the Tigers. They're going to have to be able to match that.
And that's exactly what you have to do to come in here and win, as Leah Gardner splits the block and puts it down. Substitutions for the Tigers coming in for Kaylee Thedford is Savannah Whitaker. And a player like Savannah Whitaker comes into the year really expecting to play more of an outside hitter position, but she's really been a defensive specialist for Frizzell Kaiser this year.
Yeah, and I mean, she stepped up to that role. So even if she sees herself as an outside hitter, she's now become a defensive player.
And that one just barely is going to elude that side. And so Ouachita's going to get the score, and it's all evened up now at threes. Branson there gets on top of it. Hanson gets it to the back, but nice dig by Kate Wright to keep it alive, and the Crimson Storm are going to take the point. That all started right there from Kate Wright laying out in that back row. And right there showing that even though she's one of the best front row players in this conference, she can still play great defense at that outside hitter position. Sending it over. That's Jaden Reed. Brazil goes up for it. Nice dig that time by Ramos, and they can't get it over. Tigers tie it up. Ouachita has not had the lead since 1-0 in this game. Leah Gardner to send it over. Branson on the dig, and nice behind the head by Malden, but the Tigers will handle it. Hanson to Fairchild. And Brazil watched it go past her, thought it was going to go down out of bounds, but it's going to hit the line, and that's going to go for the Crimson Storm. Coming in for Leah Gardner, that'll be Kylie Kisgan. And Morgan's serve can't get over the net. Now coming in for Emily Adams on the Tigers is Peyton Church.
I know it's early in the game, but I feel like the Tigers are in a little bit of a slump right now. I can see how the Crimson Storm's bench is more energized and the Tigers don't look the same, and I think that's something they're going to have to change.
And Church right there, she'll add to that. Can't get it inside the bounds. Coming in now for the Crimson Storm, number 21, Georgia Byers. But yeah, another service error for the Tigers, and the Crimson Storm continue to take control and keep control of this game. Hanson to Brazil, and she's going to snipe out the corner and put it down. Riley Brazil, the high swing, gets it over the block and down. And the serve is going to go long for the Tigers. And the Crimson Storm take the lead right back. Ouachita's yet to really put their stamp on this one yet. Brazil on the dig. Church is going to give it up to Thedford.
And great hustle there by Riley Brazil getting that save.
And Kaylee Thedford, give her the kill that time. And we've seen plenty of games from her where she can really put the hammer down. On the season, she's got 13 matches with 10 or more kills. So far today, that's just her first. And that's now her second. Thedford puts it down and splits the gap and puts it in that back corner. Kylie Kisgan set to serve, her left hand right here. Branson gets under it. And that one sent back, but out of bounds. Riley Richardson was the one on the kill that time. Now Megan Branson, native of Edmond, Oklahoma, the libero here for the Crimson Storm. One thing you see out of this Crimson Storm team as well is they like to empty their bench as Courtney Hansen's going to meet her right at the net. Great play that time by the setter. Good back and forth between both teams here. And Branson, what a nice dig again as Kate Wright comes from the back row. And they're going to give it to Southern Nazarene this time.
This is a very back and forth game. I mean, this is good volleyball, all these rallies they're having. But the Tigers are going to have to clean up what they're doing on their side of the net if they want to take this one.
And a lot of the times the winner of most of these sets is going to go to who makes the least amount of mistakes. And right now, Ouachita needing to clean some stuff up. That time, though, an unforced error by the Crimson Storm, and it's going to even it up at 9 apiece. Cameron, I don't know what's up with me tonight. I cannot talk. On the serve, here's Courtney Hansen. Right, she'll be under it. Going to give it up to Reed. Gardner, that one's blocked. And the Tigers can't get it back over.
Looks like a little communication error there.
No one knew who was going for that second hit, and then Leah Gardner just didn't know what to do with it, and then just a bad angle that time for Kylie Kisgan.
Yeah, and it's stuff like that you've got to be able to cut out.
Now here on the serve is Avery Ramos. And Thedford the strength, and Ramos doesn't know what to do with it. Tigers even it up again at 10s. Thedford, she'll get the kill and then go right out. Coming in for her, back is Savannah Whitaker.
And I believe that's going to be her 4th kill of the game already.
4 kills and 10 tries. Going for an even 400 on the game so far. And count the service ace for Savannah Whitaker. Tigers take the lead for the first time since 1-0. And if you hear the loud chanting, that's exactly what we're talking about. Camden Harmony Grove bringing the heat tonight.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm loving the energy up here.
And give the kill that time to Hannah Morgan, another native of Waxahachie, Texas. Here's Jaden Reed here, freshman out of Yukon, Oklahoma. That one will nick the top of the net. Hansen. Gardner's going to set up Brazil, and that's going to go for a score. Give Leah Gardner an assist. You don't see assists too often from your middle blocker.
Right. I mean, that's not a common thing to happen, but she stepped in there when she knew her team needed her.
And Gardner, she'll now go to the serve. And Kate Wright, there's not much you can do to stop that. The sophomore gets a clean shot and knows where to put it.
I mean, yeah, that was just a powerful, clean hit. There's not much you can do with that other than, try to make it hard for their defense.
When you give Southern Nazarene a good opportunity to set up their star sophomore, Kate Wright, second in the conference in kills, and that's exactly why. Fairchild's going to put it down. And the Tigers even it back up. The Tigers take the lead. It's 13-12 now. Church back to serve. Last time she was here, it was a service error. This time she'll get it over. Give it up to Wright. Fairchild's there, and the block. The senior out of Cabot, Arkansas is going to send it back. Count the assist for Courtney Hansen. And Wright, soft touch. Church is going to get under it, though. What a play. Tigers still alive after that Church dig. That time, though, Tigers can't get under it. Now coming in for the Crimson Storm, that's number 21, Georgia Byers. Last time against Southeastern, Byers had 5 kills in 17 attempts. Hansen gives it up to Brazil. Soft touch and down. Riley Brazil, we talked a little bit about her during our technical break, but 1,000 kills and 1,000 digs in her career. Just a do-it-all Swiss Army knife for this Tiger team.
Right, I mean, she's a smart player, just like her court vision just then. Sometimes you don't always need to hit the ball as hard as you can.
And the 2022 GAC Freshman of the Year, Brazil, hasn't really gotten much Great American Conference recognition since, as the Tigers are going to relinquish that point there, but she hasn't gotten much recognition since from the conference, but that's not because of her diminishing her play, but that's because of her really making these decisions for her team and doing exactly what she needs.
Right.
Tigers still have the lead. Kate Wright's going to send it over for the Crimson Storm. And Thetford, she's going to put it down. She comes right in and makes an immediate impact. That's 5 kills for her in 12 tries. Branson on the dig. Crimson Storm to send it over. Hansen over to Thetford. And tries to snipe out that back line, but just a little too strong on it. Southern Nazarene keeping this one close. Here is libero Megan Branson sending it over. And she's going to get that one down. They're going to even it all up again at 16 apiece. Tigers thought they had an advantage for a little bit, but Southern Nazarene punches right back.
Yeah, again, it's just the energy. They've got to be consistent with it.
I wish they had as much energy as the girls to the right of us right now. I can't really speak as well as I have for Camden Harmony Grove as Kaylee Thetford once again proving to be that solid rock for her team. That's 6 kills in the game. At this rate, Cameron, we might see Kaylee Thetford hit 10 kills before we go to the next set.
Yeah, I mean, already over halfway there.
Hansen back to Thetford, and she's on her way. That's 7 here in the game.
She might just be our all-star player tonight.
And if this game only goes to 3 sets, obviously we don't know how the game's going to go, but in a 3-set match just about 2 matches ago, last time the Tigers played at home, Kaylee Thetford, it was a 3-set match and she had 23 kills. That's the most in the conference this season. That one off Washita and out. Crimson Storm will strike back. Ramos coming in for Byers for SNU. Ramos here to serve. And the Tigers are going to take it after the block. Now Thetford. Nice dig by Wright. Crimson Storm alive. Thetford tries to get under it that time, but just a great positioning that time by the front line. For the Crimson Storm, it's been pretty even. Kate Wright, she's got 4 kills, but right behind her, number 10, Hannah Morgan with 3. Hansen going to give it to Gardner. Doesn't know where to put it, and that's going to be a side out for the Tigers. Southern Nazarene takes a lead here. Washita in danger of relinquishing their first set here. SNU just 6 away, but that's not what you want to see when you gain momentum. Ramos can't get it over the net. Coming in for Thetford is Savannah Whitaker for the Tigers. Tied up at 19s. Here's Whitaker. Gives it up to Wright on that back line. Adams right under it. She'll take it back. And some strength from the back line, and she'll come up and put it down.
Yeah, she's definitely She's definitely the one they need to look out for, how we talked about earlier.
And Wright up to 5 kills in the match. Just 5 more points for Southern Nazarene, and they'll take set number 1. Jaden Reed on the serve. Hanson to Adams. Southern Nazarene really utilizing that back row as a means of attacking tonight. And that time, looked like Malden tried to get it down, but just puts it out on the side out, and so we're evened up at 20s.
The Tigers are really going to have to push here.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah.
They're needing a run here if they really want to take SNU out of this one. But that's not what you want. Hannah Morgan puts it over the block and down. Cameron, I feel like, I've been calling games, past 2 games I've called by myself. I've really missed having you on the broadcasts.
I know I've missed being here, and I need to be here more now that my schedule's cleared up a little bit more.
Well, you can expect Cameron for a good while here with Ouachita Volleyball. Only a sophomore, but she's definitely showing the talent. But also showing some talent is that front row for Ouachita, tying it back up at 21. And Wright just can't get it off her hand the way she wants to, and that's going to go down onto the net. And the Tigers take a lead. And that's a timeout. Head coach Kevin Ingram wants to talk to his team. We'll take a break as well. Tigers, they lead by 1, 3 away from taking set number 1 here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
I've heard people say, Ouachita.
Wichita.
Achita.
Ouachita.
Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
And coming out of the break, the Tigers lead by 1. Southern Nazarene needing a run here if they want to take back the lead. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined by Cameron Boyd, and I feel like we just had our music that we were going to bring on muted. So that's unfortunate, but you guys are going to get to hear some intro music. But first, you're going to get to see a Peyton Church serve. Tigers lead 22-21 here in set number 1. Brazil gets it over. Nice dig by Branson. Southern Nazarene. That's a free shot. We'll see what the Tigers do with it. Strength, but nice dig by Ramos. Hanson back to Brazil. Soft touch, and the Crimson Storm can't handle it. Big score out of the timeout for the Tigers.
And very good effort there by the Crimson Storm. I thought they were going to have that one, because their defense seems to just be stopping Ouachita at any effort they give.
And credit this Crimson Storm defense, but they're going to take another break. We're not. We just took one, so I think we're going to stay here for a little bit. But talking about this Crimson Storm defense, Megan Branson, she's got 7 digs alongside defensive specialist Avery Ramos. Really, the Crimson Storm have brought a defense that we haven't really seen from them in conference play yet this season.
Yeah, it just feels like every time the Tigers try to send over a hit, it's passed or it's received. So it's just hard for them to find a way around that.
And libero Megan Branson coming off a match where she did have 14 digs, so starting to really up her play at the right time. Meanwhile, you see 2 girls in pink for the Crimson Storm. That's Megan Branson and also Sydney Marquez. So you've got the sophomore libero and a freshman libero. One thing we have yet to mention is Washita, a much older team, almost all juniors and seniors. This Crimson Storm team is very much unexperienced up to this point. Freshmen and sophomores are their main nucleus right now.
Yeah, and I mean, part of having a very young team is not having as much leadership, and they haven't had as much experience playing, and you would think, you know, Washita has more experience, so they're having a better connection, and that normally shows. I feel like tonight they're just having a little bit of a rough start.
Only 2 seniors on this Crimson Storm team, neither of them on the court right now. Gives it up, and that one just a little bit of an unforced error. Not being able to grab it is Riley Richardson. You saw she went for the hard swing that time, just kind of couldn't find it in the air. And Washita, it's set point for them. Peyton Church here on the serve. And Wright meets Fairchild at the net, and that one's going to go down. Tigers take set number 1 after a little bit of hustle and bustle, but 25-21, Washita wins this one.
Yeah, they definitely had to fight hard for that one.
And we're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. Washita, they take set number 1, not handily, but in just enough time. We'll be right back here on the Washita Sports Digital Network.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia, on the campuses of Washita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
At Berry & Turnage, we specialize in bringing the law to your corner. We are dedicated to understanding what results you want and to helping you understand what actions we can take on your behalf. With over 30 years of experience and a proven track record of success, Berry & Turnage is here to lead you down a path to the results you need. We will work with you every step of the way to make sure that you understand the choices you are making and feel empowered to make them. Berry & Turnage. Serious injuries require serious attorneys.
And welcoming you back to the Sturgis Physical Education Center here for the start of set number 2. Washita wins the first one 25-21 after cleaning up some unforced errors, and they're able to scrap that one out. But Southern Nazarene really showing a lot of fight tonight.
Yeah, for sure, and just their defense has been a big problem for Washita. I think the biggest thing for the Tigers is, like we've talked about, just cleaning up those unnecessary errors and trying to find a way around this Crimson Storm defense.
And keep Kaylee Thedford on the court as much as possible.
Right, she's having herself a night.
7 kills and 16 tries tonight. Thedford, that swing has just gotten better and better as this season has gone on. And right now, she is on pace for 21 kills on the night, which is her second best of the season.
Yeah, she's one that I've loved to watch improve this year. I mean, watching her last year, obviously she did really well, but this year I feel like she's really stepped up a lot.
And Tigers, they've got all their starters out once again. Meanwhile, for the Crimson Storm, it's the same as well. The player that we've really talked a lot about has been this Crimson Storm libero, Megan Branson, a sophomore out of Edmond, Oklahoma. Her sister is a senior on the team, Caitlin Branson. But Megan Branson, 7 digs on the night, tied for the lead in the game. And she's really been big for this Crimson Storm defense. Giving it up to Byers, and she's going to put it down for the first score of set number 2. Georgia Byers, credit her for her first kill of the evening.
And she's just a freshman, so good for her earning herself a point.
Hanson up to Gardner. Tigers are going to get it right back. Here's Thedford. And Branson that time just can't get under it. Didn't time it in time. And Kaylee Thedford adds to her resume tonight. She's got 8 now. Savannah Whitaker in for Thedford. It almost feels like every time Kaylee Thedford gets a kill, Savannah Whitaker subs her out as she's got to move to the back row. Whitaker's serve that time is going to go beyond the back line. Jaden Reed, she'll serve here. And a strong serve, but nice reception by Kisgan, and that's going to lead to an Adams point? No. Officials have to call the play off.
Yeah, they're going to call a replay on that one. I think the Tigers thought the ball was down, but ended up the Crimson Storm still had a touch on it.
And that right there is the peak of good defense. They're actually going to give the point to Southern Nazarene. Ouachita just wasn't ready for it, and I think it might have been an infraction. Brazil off the block. Nice dig by Ramos, and the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm is still alive. And that time Ramos just can't get to it. And Brazil just going back to that well. And right there, it looked like Jaden Reed might have just tripped on the celebration there, but glad to see she's okay. Volleyball is a non-contact sport. Sometimes you got to remind people of it because there is a lot of contact. Gardner, she'll get under it, but the Tigers can't handle it. Crimson Storm take back the lead. Coming in for Gardner is Emily Adams. Excuse me, it'll be Haley Fairchild. And Brazil, that one's not going to glance a block. So that's going to be for Southern Nazarene. They now take a 2-point lead here. It is early, but Ouachita really allowing the Crimson Storm to stay in this one for a little bit too long if you're a team that's 9-0 in the conference.
Yeah, both of these sets, they've started off kind of slow.
Adams that time drops the hammer, and that's what you need. Adams has really started off slow tonight. That's her first kill.
That's also unusual for Emily Adams because normally she's a big front row player as well, which not that she's not tonight. I just feel like Kaylee Thedford has gotten a lot of these sets and a lot of these kills.
Last time these two teams faced off in Bethany, last season, Emily Adams, in fact, had 20 kills in the game. Her and Riley Brazil actually combined for 42 in that 5-set match on the road. Right now, Adams kind of quiet, but luckily, Kaylee Thedford really picking up the slack tonight. Her and Brazil have combined for 13 kills on the evening. Brazil back to it. Up to Byers, and that one's going to go down in the middle of the court. Tigers, they go down by 3.
And I mean, that was just a tough spot between the two back row players. There's just not much you can do for that one.
Right now, the Crimson Storm just finding ways to basically outplay Ouachita and just make these sets last as long as, make these rallies last as long as needed. It's not really a fact of Ouachita having as many errors as it is the defense from Southern Nazarene has forced Ouachita to play defense for a little bit longer than they've had to in the past as Thedford comes in for Whitaker.
And you saw that defense right there against that block for Riley Brazil.
Luckily, Brazil just able to sneak it in there, and now she's going to be back to serve. She'll loft it over to right. Hansen, she's going to go for the kill. And then she's going to get the block. Courtney Hansen. The strength overpowers 2 Southern Nazarene defenders, and Ouachita only trails by 1 now.
One thing I think is funny about her is every time she gets a cool point like that, she walks off like she's all cool about it.
It ain't no thing for Courtney Hansen, and it ain't no thing for Kaylee Thedford as well. Give her 9 kills on the evening. Thedford, that kill right there will even it up at 6s tonight. And she's been electric. If only the Tigers can go on a run and keep her out on the court for as long as possible. Right there, the block. Credit Fairchild and Hansen on the block assist.
I think it just takes the Tigers getting on a little run for them to get that energy that they need, because we're seeing a shift in that right now.
Last time out, Ouachita beat Southeastern in just the same way. They had 2 big runs that would characterize the game, a 5-0 run in the first set and then a 7-0 run in the third set to win it. And Fairchild's going to sneak through the block. 5-0 scoring run for the Tigers. We talked about it against Southeastern. Now here they are now. Brazil just can't overcome the net. And just as I mentioned the run, it's just over now. Tigers now still lead by 1, but Southern Nazarene with the serve. Hansen to Thedford and off the block and out. That's double-digit kills for the junior out of Pearland, Texas. Substitution now for the Crimson Storm. Caitlin Branson, the senior, coming out for the first time today. And now you've got the Branson sisters in that back row for the Crimson Storm. Up to Reed, nice dig by Kisgan. Brazil from the back row, and Branson, she'll stay under it. Blocked by the Tigers, but it's going to go out. Substitution now for the Crimson Storm. Coming in now, Hannah Morgan. Tigers lead 9-8 here. Tigers in the lead because of a 5-0 run earlier. Thedford has to loft it over. And Byers, the soft touch, just a little too soft that time, and it can't go over the net. Adams coming in for Peyton Church.
They're definitely going to want to get on a run here, because I think this really influenced their gameplay last time.
An influential part of the set here. Ouachita now their biggest lead of the set. She's going to put it up over the net, but they're going to say she crossed that middle line. Maybe just had a little bit of her foot over it, and Southern Nazarene's going to relinquish now their largest lead of the set to Ouachita. Hansen back to the serve. Gives it up to Byers, and no one can get to it. Some strength by the freshman.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a fast ball, and all the way to that back corner. She just knew exactly where to place it.
Coming in now, Avery Ramos. She's back to serve. Hansen up to Thedford. And she's going to put it down on that back line, and it's going to go way past the arena. Thedford, she'll go out, but not before she hits 11 kills on the evening. 11 kills and 21 tries. She's hitting over 500.
It does feel like every time she gets a kill, it's time for her to go out.
And really that is because of the back and forth nature of this one. Tigers really haven't had the opportunity to keep these lineups out there. Hansen to Brazil. And Gardner's going to put it down. And Branson, you saw her running forward. And she just couldn't change direction in time. Tigers up by 4. Their biggest lead of this set here. Here's Whitaker sending it over. And Whitaker tries to get under it, but great kill that time by Hannah Morgan.
And they got a good touch on the block there, just couldn't quite close it off, just fully stop that hit.
And the Ouachita block has been back and forth this season. We've seen games where they've had a great block, but tonight it's been kind of quiet other than a couple solo blocks from a couple of these players. Tigers are going to relinquish that one there. Don't want to run into our good old friend Chase Hartzell over there on the scorer's table. Sending it over. Here's Reed, and she can't get it over. Fairchild, she'll come in for Kisgan. And Ouachita, they've really been solid at this middle blocker position. When Haley Fairchild is your substitution at middle blocker, I really think that you've got yourself a pretty great lineup there, as Emily Adams and Leah Gardner playing at that position as well. Up to right. Whitaker gets under it, and no one else can get to it. Great effort, though, by Riley Brazil.
And I think that's what matters most. I mean, even if you don't think you can get there, just making the effort to get there says a lot about you as a player.
And Cameron, there's a couple times I've seen a player like Kylie Kisgan almost smack her head on these walls just because of the effort she's put in.
Yeah, Kylie gives effort like no other. She leaves it all out there.
And Hanson trying to set up Whitaker, but she just can't put it in play for the Crimson Storm. Southern Naz on a little bit of a run here. We'll see what they do with it. That one will hit the top of the net, and Kisgan really didn't anticipate it that time. And Southern Nazarene, they've brought themselves all the way back to a tie game.
Yeah, and you can see the Tigers trying to collect themselves, rush it off, and get ready for this next play.
Hanson up to Brazil. Off the block, fielded well by the Crimson Storm. Kate Wright, though, not able to send it over at full strength. And Fairchild, she'll put it off the block and out. Church in for Emily Adams. And the Tigers take back their lead. And a 3-0 scoring run by Southern Nazarene is swiftly stopped. And Richardson, that'll be dealt with well by the Tigers. Here's a good opportunity. Fairchild on the run, and she's going to give it and put it out of bounds for the Crimson Storm. And that's something that Fairchild really has specialized in the play that they've really ran her in, is going around Hanson and from that middle blocker getting kind of a running swing.
Yeah, and we haven't seen that from her tonight, but that slide, she's very successful at it. I like to see that from her.
Over to Brazil. And that's going to be off the back row and out. Brazil starting to heat up now. She's got 7 kills. Tigers making up for a quiet night from Emily Adams with some great play by those two hitters on the outside. And we're going to take a quick break. Tigers, they lead by 3, only a few away from taking set number 2. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Visit the Ouachita campus store for all your Tiger apparel, merchandise, and gifts. If you need something to wear to show your Tiger pride, stop by the Ouachita campus store on the bottom floor of the Evans Student Center to grab a t-shirt, sweatshirt, polo, or more. If you can't stop by the store on campus, visit us online at bookstore.obu.edu. Make your purchase and we'll send it to you. Support the Tigers by checking out the Ouachita campus store. Go Tigers.
Let Domino's cure your cravings by ordering online, calling us at 246-3131, or dropping by and seeing us on Pine Street in Arkadelphia. Join Domino's Rewards and begin earning rewards in just 2 visits. Check out our $6.99 mix and match and make the whole family happy. You might as well throw in a stuffed crust pizza, a sandwich, pasta, stuffed cheesy bread while you're at it. Check out other deals on our app or at Domino's.com.
And returning from break here is Ouachita holds on to a 3-point lead. Kind of late in set number 2. They're trying to hold on to it and take this one and go up 2-0.
Yeah, I think this set and the last, they kind of got a slow start, and then they realized they've got to get it together.
And it has been quite a while since they played here at home. It was about 2 weeks ago. Coach Daryl Davis just barely misses a hit to the dome.
Dodging volleyballs.
Just right off the fan right there. It almost looks like he's seen something like that before.
Yeah, I mean, he just had no reaction to that after it happened.
Just about the strength of a Kaylee Thedford swing right there. Brazil, she'll go up for it, and great positioning for her, and she'll put it down on that right side. And Thedford, she'll come in. Brazil will move to the back row, and she's here to serve. Tigers up 18-15 here, just 7 away. Going to give it up to Wright. Hanson to Thedford, and nice dig, but it's down. Great effort that time by Reed to get under it, but just too much power by Thedford, and you can't. If you're going to contain a swing like that, you've got to be able to put it a little bit more vertically.
Yeah, that's going to be her 12th kill of the night.
Gives it up to Wright, and good swing by her.
And Riley Brazil had a good up there, just wasn't able to be recovered by any of the other players.
And Cameron, in this game, we're really seeing a battle between 2 hitters right now. It's really between Thedford and Wright. I mean, not something that we've seen from Ouachita. It's really been a lot of defensive focus, but tonight this offense has really been the highlight.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the offense on the Ouachita team has just shined tonight, I would say.
Tigers 5 away, and Kisgan, she's going to register the service ace. That's her team's 2nd of the match.
And they've finally given themselves a little bit of breathing room here, 21-16. I mean, still, keep pushing for points, but a little more gap now.
Thedford, she'll put it down, but Southern Nazarene able to field it. Hanson looking over to the right side. And down again. My goodness. Kaylee Thedford cannot be stopped. She's up to lucky number 13 kills, and she's going to force a timeout for the Crimson Storm. Tigers, they lead by 6. We'll be right back after the break here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
Owned by Ouachita alumni, Java Primo Coffee House, Cafe, and more in downtown Arkadelphia is a must-stop for everyone. Stop by in the morning for fresh coffee, a specialty coffee drink, or a full breakfast. Come back at lunch, or in the evening for burgers like the Primo Burger, the pulled pork burger, or the mac and cheese burger. Maybe it's a salad, a wrap, a quesadilla, or one of our varieties of pizza. And don't forget to top it off with a sweet treat that puts the cherry on top of a great meal. That's Java Primo on Main Street in downtown Arkadelphia.
And coming out of the break, head coach Kevin Ingram trying to call a timeout and stop what has been the greatness of Kaylee Thedford tonight, up to 13 kills, Cameron.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, she has just had herself a night. She is unstoppable right now.
Going to give it up to Byers. Nice dig by Church. Tigers a good chance here. To Richardson, and she finds the gap and puts it down. Riley Richardson. She had herself a good outing last time out. 13 kills and 28 attempts. The middle blocker out of Bentonville, Arkansas. Southern Nazarene, they've got some work to do. They trail by 5. Brazil under it, and the Tigers somehow able to send it over.
Yeah, great recovery there.
Hanson, she'll set up Gardner, and she's going to use her strength, and she'll put it down on the backside.
And I always love when little scrappy plays like the beginning aren't wasted and they end up getting the point. Like, that's just so exciting to me.
Effort does not go to waste as Leah Gardner, she's starting to get herself started a little bit now, up to 4 kills here. Going to give it up to Byers. Tigers do get the block, but great positioning by the Crimson Storm to send it out of bounds. 23-18, Tigers lead. Back to serve for the Crimson Storm. It's Ramos. Hanson going to give it up to Thedford. And great dig by Branson. Tigers somehow able to get it over without tapping it 4 times. Hanson looking for Gardner, and it's down. The Crandall, Texas native starting to heat up, and it's match point. Excuse me, set point, not match point yet. And Savannah Whitaker, she'll come out. She'll come in for the Tigers for Kaylee Thedford. Tigers just 1 away. And right there, the unforced error by the Crimson Storm is going to send us to another break. Ouachita, they take set number 2, 25-18, handily. And we'll be right back for set number 3 as Ouachita looks to get the sweep here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Knight Insurance Professionals, we offer local expertise, a professional experience, and the attention to detail that you deserve. Knight Insurance Professionals offers a comprehensive list of commercial and personal insurance products and can fit their products to your needs. Insurance can be complicated. Let us take care of it for you. It's the assurance you're looking for when it comes to protecting what's important to you. Knight Insurance Professionals at 10th and Caddo in Arkadelphia. 870-246-3700. Local, professional, personal.
Make Print Mania in downtown Arkadelphia your place to get embroidery, screen printing, trophies, and more. Drop by their store on Main Street or visit their website at printmaniatees.com. Need a shirt for an event? Let Print Mania take care of that. Need promotional materials for your organization? You can let Print Mania take care of that too. A family-run local business, Print Mania has been serving the area since 1992. Call Print Mania today at 870-246-3803.
Arkadelphia's newest entertainment option is open and ready for business. Tea Time Sims brings world-class indoor golf simulators to Arkadelphia, allowing you to practice, play, and perfect your swing in a comfortable setting. Check out our Facebook page to learn about our monthly tournaments, closest to the pin showdowns and long drive battles. Learn more and book your tee time at teatimegolfarkansas.com.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years like we have, you learn a thing or two about change. But what will never change is our commitment to our clients. We're still the same reliable team here to meet all your technology needs. Capital Technology Group is bigger and better than ever before. Learn more at captg.com.
Drive in Arkadelphia.
Hello, I'm Brett Rogers, President of Capital Technology Group. You might know us as Capital Business Machines, but our new name represents our growth as one of the state's leaders in business technology. When you've been around for 80 years,
at Ouachita, we're excited to partner with the Arkansas Baptist Foundation, which offers many benefits to alumni and friends, and we want to tell you about one of those.
I'm Dylan McClain, a proud alumni, and I serve as the Vice President and Attorney at the Arkansas Baptist Foundation. The foundation proudly serves as Ouachita's planned giving partner, so if you're considering leaving a legacy gift or want to explore other charitable giving options, we'd love to guide you through that process. If you'd like to learn more about how you can invest in the next generation of Ouachita students, please contact us using the information below.
Go Tigers!
Ouachita takes set number 2 handily, and now going for the sweep here in set number 3. I'm Isaac Bourne, joined once again by Cameron Boyd. And Cameron, what has Ouachita really cleaned up in this game?
I feel like I've said it multiple times. You know, they start out kind of low energy, and then they realize they've got to pick it up. And I think that has been the biggest improvement they've made, and just cutting out the little mistakes. So if they could just start off this set with that same momentum, it would go a lot smoother.
Tigers, they took set number 1, 25-21, so had a couple growing pains on their way to it. And in set number 2, they eventually pulled away, won that one by 7. Now we'll see where that goes in set number 3, and if Southern Nazarene can find their way back into this one. Back serving to start for the Crimson Storm is number 1, the libero Megan Branson. On the evening, she's got 9 kills, tied for the top on her team with Avery Ramos. Hansen looking at Thetford. She's had herself a night, and she'll add to it. 14 kills for her. Coming in for Peyton Church is Emily Adams, and what a front line that Ouachita is showing right now. You've got Emily Adams and Kaylee Thetford at the hitters, and right in the middle, you've got the Great Wall of Leah Gardner. Hansen back to the well. Thetford going to put it down again. 15 kills. And, you know, before the game, I was talking to Coach Frizz, and I was saying, hey, Coach, you've got to let your players get some stats up. Maybe let Kaylee Thetford just go loose tonight. I don't know if she said she didn't really act like she was going to tell Kaylee, but I feel like she did. Kaylee Thetford on a mission tonight.
Yeah, she must have listened to you.
Either that or she already knew what she was going for. Really just eating tonight on that front line. Tigers 2-1 following the service error. Hansen to Gardner. Soft touch, nice dig. Crimson Storm alive. Hansen looking over at Thetford. Off the block, fielded well by Wright. Blocked again. Crimson Storm have to go back to it. Hansen over to Thetford. Off the block, and once again, Crimson Storm started to figure her out a little bit. Down for it is Brazil, and her and Kisgan colliding a little bit. And the Crimson Storm will tie it back up at 2. To serve, here's Sydney Marquez. To Wright in the back line. Nice dig by Brazil. Hansen, she'll set up Thetford. Tigers still alive. Now over to Adams. And she'll find the gap and put it down.
And I hate that we haven't seen much from her tonight. I think it's just that Hansen hasn't been in the position to set her up. That is a harder set, that right side. But when she does get the sets, we see her deliver like that.
And I was able to sit down with her and Courtney Hansen at the beginning of the season. And Cameron, I think we've talked about this on a broadcast before, but they've been playing volleyball together since 7th grade. And Emily has said, I've never known another setter other than Courtney. And that's crazy to think that the person that's been setting you up, it has been the same person for the past, 11 years?
Yeah. And setter-hitter connections are sometimes hard to get, so they're blessed with that, really.
Tigers have had that for the past 4 years now, with both of them as seniors. And Gardner, it'll go off her hands and out. Great run here by the Crimson Storm. They now take the lead. Now here's Jaden Reed. She's got 4 kills tonight and a service ace. Hansen tries to snipe out that back corner, but what a dive by Reed. The dive by Reed is going to set up the Kate Wright kill.
Crazy hustle right there. I mean, she jumped out of bounds for that one.
Cameron, does that remind you of your volleyball days?
I mean, that's not what I was doing. I was more up front, but plays like that are always would always get me excited.
Reed,
this does make me miss it.
She'll come off the dig, and now she'll serve it again. That one will barely glance the net. Tigers barely able to get it. And they actually can't get it. Just miscommunication that time, and the Crimson Storm up by 3 here. Ouachita, they're really going to need a run if they want to take this momentum out of SNU.
Yeah, they're getting back to that slow starting.
Whitaker, she'll get under it, but Crimson Storm get it right back. Hansen to Brazil, off the block and down. And Riley Brazil really has been that go-to hitter for them when Thedford has been out tonight.
Yeah, I think just between the two of them, and I mean even the middle hitter, the front row is so strong and reliable.
Brazil and Thedford have combined for 25 kills tonight. And she's going to get it over the block and just barely glance that sideline. Now, Leah Gardner, she'll come out. Coming in for her is libero Kylie Kisgan. Adams, she'll set up Brazil and now give Emily Adams an assist. She'll come in, she'll go out for Peyton Church, but not before getting one of, I think it's 9 assists on the season. I think I might have seen that right on the stat sheet, but not sure. But even then, when your middle blocker / right side hitter gets an assist, I mean, that's pretty rare. Richardson fielded by Whitaker, and Tigers able to send it over. Brazil will get under it, but just cannot do much with it, can't get a good angle at it.
Yeah, they tipped that right behind the block, and that's really hard to get to.
Ouachita in need of a run to gain some momentum. Meanwhile, for Southern Nazarene, coming in for them, Emma Grace Modelmog. Modelmog name, pretty common out in Bethany. You also see the Director of Communications at Southern Nazarene is a Modelmog, and just recently, the new baseball coach, his last name is Modelmog. So the family from Colorado really made their impact, as that one's going to go down for a Ouachita kill. Thedford back in for Savannah Whitaker. The key for the Tigers is to really find these runs with Thedford on the court, because you don't get her for too long if you cannot gain a run.
Yeah, and she's done really well tonight, so I think they just need to use that to their advantage.
Case in point right there. That's kill number 16. Just unshakable tonight. And another thing about Thedford tonight, only 1 error on the attack. She's 16 kills, 1 error, and 31 tries.
Yeah, I mean, pretty consistent.
Hansen over to Thedford, and that's going to glance the side. Actually, they're going to give the point to SNU. If I were Coach Frizz, I would challenge that one. I think it did grab the corner.
To me, it looked like it grabbed that corner, but the line judge called it out.
Either way, Thedford, that one's going to go as an error for her. And, you know, as a stat guy, I don't like to see things like that. But either way, the Crimson Storm now a chance to go back on another run. Back to Thedford. And a nice kill that time by Jaden Reed. Might have glanced the block that time. Back to service, Caitlin Branson. Hanson to Fairchild. And the native of Cabot, she's going to gain herself a kill. And she's been dangerous in that middle blocker as well. Ouachita, like we mentioned, really strong at that position, but Fairchild tonight, she's up to 6 kills in only 8 tries.
Yeah, kind of how I was saying about Adams, she hasn't had as many opportunities, or she hasn't been set up as many times, but when she has, she's delivered.
Byers' swing is going to overcome that back line. So Ouachita, they'll be back to serve again. Here's Kisgan. Over to Reed. Thedford on the dig. Hanson, and nice dig by Branson to keep it alive. And Byers is going to use that for the kill. Just gets it past Riley Brazil that time. Ouachita, like we mentioned, in need of a run if they want to take this momentum off the Crimson Storm right now. Hanson, and Thedford doesn't know what to do with it, can't go up for it.
Yeah, I think that set was just a little low that time.
And Southern Nazarene's going to take advantage of it. Coach Frizz going to go talk to the official. Won't call any review that time. Excuse me, actually will call a review. So Coach Allison Frizzell-Kaiser wants to talk to the official right there. What do you think she saw right there?
I mean, maybe when the player went up on that kill, she did kind of run into the net. Maybe that's something. I'm not sure, really.
And we've mentioned this a couple times before, but in the Great American Conference, in conference play, it's a new NCAA rule where you have to have instant replay at every single venue. That's something that changed this year because of its success in the tournament level and at Bank OZK Arena in Hot Springs at the GAC tournament last year. Instant replay was a big help for a lot of these teams being able to go back and check the scores and go back and check some plays. But Cameron, I really wish you would have gone and checked that Kaylee Thedford error earlier.
I do too. I mean, that one, to me, I saw that one as in, but I guess we're not the officials. But
in a set like this one, every single point is vital, especially when the Crimson Storm have this 3-point lead. But Cameron, what does Ouachita really need to do if they want to get back on their feet here?
I mean, I feel like they've just been very inconsistent. We've seen great play from like our front row hitters and defense some, but it's just not consistently working together well, and that's something they need to work on and just maintaining the energy, because they've started off slow and then they gain it back and then they lose it. It's just very back and forth.
Meanwhile, we're going to check across the street right now. Oklahoma Baptist taking on Henderson State. And right now, the Reddies have it all tied up 1-1 in the sets. Right now, it's 4-2 in set number 3. And Cameron, Arkansas has really been the stronger half of the GAC, something that we have not seen in the past this season.
Oh, it looks like they won that review point.
And Coach Frizz putting her hands up. That might be the first time we've seen her win an instant replay here at home.
That's the first time I've seen them do an instant replay here. I mean, maybe I just wasn't here for one, but.
Well, not too often is it called, just because the instant replay here has been kind of a little bit under review, but thanks you to our technical director, Gavin Wallace, for setting that up and finally getting it able to work. We know how much painstaking effort he puts in to do this, because you've got to be able to send the stream over there, but make it in real time. Also be able to switch the cameras whenever you want. Just something that, only someone that is much smarter than either of us could be able to do.
Yeah, props to Gavin.
Now Tigers trail by just 1. They're going to say that they're going to label that last one as an attack error by Georgia Byers. Just getting caught up in the net that time. But Henderson State giving Oklahoma Baptist a game, and it would be interesting if the Bison came over here tomorrow night coming off a loss, and we'd see if they respond after a loss with fire and wanting to beat Ouachita, or just down after it. But nevertheless, that game's not over, so we can't really tell a story yet. Hanson gonna give it up to Adams. And Emily Adams, that's what you like to see from her. Starting to heat up now, she's got 3 kills. Tied up at 11-11 here. And count the service ace for Hanson. First in the conference in that regard. On top of that too, she's also, 35th nationally in that as well. Puts it behind her. Tigers able to field it. Bedford swing, fielded well by Branson. Kisgan looking for Adams, and the block puts it down. Great effort that time by Hannah Morgan and Jaden Reed. Now coming in for the Crimson Storm is Sydney Marquez. Tied up at 12s, Marquez will be back to serve. Too hard on the swing. The Tigers take it back after the service error. Savannah Whitaker back in for Ouachita. Gives it up to Morgan off the net. Tigers are able to get it over. And Morgan that time can't get it over the net. And Ouachita, they'll take a 2-point lead. Over to Reed. Brazil, the block by the Crimson Storm. And that one, their block has started to heat up at the right time, as that's 2 blocks in the past 3 points.
Yeah, I was going to say that block is starting to get really solid on the other side of the net.
Substitutions for the Crimson Storm coming in for them, Kate Wright and Avery Ramos. Hanson looking for Brazil. And this time she'll use the block against them, glancing it off the hands and out. Fairchild coming in for Kisgan. Tigers lead 15-13, just 10 away now. And they're going to juggle it around. Tigers keep it and put it down. And Cameron, one of your favorites, once again, they use a crafty play like that to get a score.
And it's funny when it's the plays that you least expect to get a point like that one.
She's going to set up Wright, and there's not much you can do when Kate Wright is coming with a full head of steam right there. Nice swing, and just puts it off Hanson's hands to the ground. Hanson, she's going to set up Adams. And miscommunication, it looked like, by the Crimson Storm, and Emily Adams will put it down.
And she didn't even full out swing on that one. You could tell she kind of just softly sent it over, but it still ended up working for her.
And that'll be a timeout for head coach Kevin Ingram. He did not like the lack of effort from his team right there. And we'll take a quick break as well. Ouachita, they lead by 3, just 9 away from taking this set. We'll be right back on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
Victory doesn't just happen on game day. It's earned in the sweat, the silence, the prep. No crowd, no lights, just focus. Because when something unexpected happens like an accident, you need a team that's ready. I've been fighting for clients for over 30 years. There's a reason we're still in the game. And at Taylor King Law, we don't just show up.
We win. On your side, by your side. The winning side.
I've heard people say Ouachita.
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 Is it pronounced Ouachita?
Searching for Ouachita Baptist University.
Back in Texas, everybody pronounces it Wichita, but really, it's Ouachita.
Ouachita. Ouachita.
How would you pronounce it?
Ouachita.
Ouachita.
It's Ouachita Baptist University. Get it right.
It's Ouachita, people. It's Ouachita.
Ouachita.
And coming out of the break, Ouachita leads by 3. Southern Nazarene really needing some momentum if they don't want to make this one a quick 3 and out. And Cameron, what do you think the Crimson Storm are going to need to do other than that?
Right, I was about to say that right there. I think a lot for them is cleaning stuff up as well. I mean, from both sides, we've seen just little errors. And just giving their hitters more opportunities like we just saw.
17-15. Now new substitution here is Emma Grace Modelmog. And Modelmog, nice dig there. Crimson Storm still alive. Hansen behind her back to Fairchild, and Hansen will get the kill there.
See, that's like one of the only ones I've seen her get excited for.
And we've talked about it. Cameron, you love to talk about it as well. You love it when your setter gets a kill.
I do. It's just fun. And it, honestly, I know it tricks the other side. It tricks me. I'm never expecting it. And then it's always just so exciting to see.
And then add on just the excitement that you see on Hansen's face. And they're going for another one. And she does get it. They said it was off the block. And Courtney Hansen, another kill. That's 2 in a row for her.
I mean, she's just cool with it. It's like, I don't know.
And the service ace for Brazil and Ouachita. They're going to coast to the finish line right now if the Crimson Storm can't pick this one back up. And they're going to call another timeout. Head coach Kevin Ingram's going to talk to his team. We'll take another quick break. We'll be right back here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
At Capital Technology Group, we make your technology our priority. Our team of experts can become your outsourced IT department, solving problems even before you know about them. We provide and maintain everything from servers and network infrastructure to printers and digital copiers. As a family business with over 80 years of history in Little Rock, you can trust Capital Technology Group to be your business technology partner. If you're ready to get your IT in order, visit captg.com and sign up for a free consultation.
Whether you realize it or not, you see the work of Bats and Signs all around Arkadelphia. When you see the Badger equipment trailer on the way to a Badger game, Bats and Signs did that. When you're watching the Badgers, Tigers, or Reddies and see the signage that just really makes their facilities pop, Bats and Signs did that too. You see the signage in downtown Arkadelphia on the campuses of Ouachita and Henderson, or the sign in your neighbor's yard supporting a candidate or their favorite Badger? Yep, Bats and Sign did that too. Longtime residents and supporters of all things Arkadelphia called Mark, Jared, Chris, or Ryan at Bats and Signs today to see what they can do for you.
And coming back into this one quickly, Ouachita leads by 5. Southern Nazarene needing something if they want to prolong this game. Hansen up to Thedford, and she wants to silence them. Send him home, Kaylee Thedford. Right between the eyes. 21-15 is the score after Thedford splits the block.
And that's going to be her 17th kill. Really just racking those up tonight.
Service ace by Brazil, give her 2 on the evening. And right now, Ouachita, they're not letting up at all. They want to step on the Crimson Storm's neck right now. Modelmog, she's going to set up Byers. Church, she'll give it up to Thedford. Modelmog to Richardson, and that's blocked. Fairchild. She'll put it back onto Crimson Storm turf, and we're 2 away. Brazil on the serve. Modelmog sets up Byers. Church to Thedford, 18 kills for her. It's match point here from Speck. Let's see who wants it the most here from this Ouachita team. Substitutions for the Crimson Storm. Coming in for Ramos is number 18, Jaden Reed. Ouachita on a 7-0 scoring run right now. Modelmog to Byers, and they'll prolong it for just a little bit longer as Byers puts it down in the middle.
Yeah, they've got to really fight here if they want to get this set back.
No mistakes allowed if Southern Nazarene wants to prolong it here. Number 15, Caitlin Branson back to serve. Brazil, she'll get under it, give it back to the Crimson Storm. Up to Byers, and she'll do it again. Georgia Byers, give her 8 kills tonight.
And that's why it matters how the Tigers send the ball over, because if they give them those easy balls, they're going to use them.
Hansen, she'll give it back to Good Faithful. Thedford able to send it over, but fielded well by the Crimson Storm. Thedford snipes out, Hansen snipes out Thedford. Hansen to Fairchild and puts it down in the back corner. Ouachita dominates the Crimson Storm in set number 3, and they'll come away with a win here.
And remain undefeated, now 10-0.
Ouachita still up at the top of the Great American Conference. They'll face off against Oklahoma Baptist. Before we leave, we want to give an update on that game. The Bison, they lead 15-11 in set number 3. Cameron, I might take a trip across the street after this wraps up. Go see how that one goes. But we'll wrap up over here. Ouachita, they win 3-0. That's their 3rd straight match with a 3-0 win. For their 4th straight match with a 3-0 win. And they'll move to 10-0. 20-3 on the season. And Cameron, what did you see tonight from this Ouachita team?
I mean, like I said, started off slow, but once they found their rhythm, just amazing gameplay. Their front row, unstoppable. And, I mean, players like Kaylee Thedford just dominated the front row tonight.
Already mentioned Thedford, 18 kills in the game. Should have had 19 with that one missed call, but also 11 kills by Riley Brazil. They combined for 29 kills in the game. Great performance by those 2 outside hitters.
Yeah, just a great job overall. The whole front row. Defense was on point as well. Just everybody hustling, leaving it out all on the court.
And meanwhile, on the offense for Southern Nazarene, it wasn't something you have to scoff at. I mean, Kate Wright, 11 kills. I mean, a quiet one for her, but a quiet 11 kills.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, it's all about how Ouachita sends the ball over. I feel like Kate Wright and other hitters didn't have as many opportunities to get those kills, but when they were presented with the opportunity, they did deliver. So it's just about, cleaning up the defense and, hoping that the other side doesn't send it over as aggressively.
And Ouachita will come away with the win tonight. We'll see you back tomorrow night, not at 6 o'clock. Come back here at 5 o'clock as Oklahoma Baptist will be here. They'll move across the street. But for now, this has been Isaac Bourne and Cameron Boyd. We'll see you tomorrow night here on the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.
I'm Nicole Auerbach.
Kevin Kugler of Westwood One.
Hi, everybody. It's Pete Pranica of the Memphis Grizzlies and Fox Sports Southeast.
This is Danielle Musselman.
This is Kyle Peterson with ESPN. This is Tom Hart of ESPN and the SEC Network. Thanks for tuning in to the Ouachita Sports Digital Network.